live here at SeaWorld San Diego, and we are celebrating a very special birthday. Now today is the very first day of winter, so we're celebrating this birthday all day long with Kalia because that is absolutely one of her favorite things here at SeaWorld is attention from her trainers. Now we have a lot of special enrichment for her. This is actually gelatin, so it's sugar-free gelatin that we just shaped in a heart, more for us than for her. She doesn't care what shape the gelatin's in. And then we also have some kelp, so she really enjoys not only eating the gelatin, but using the kelp to share it with the other killer whales. So let's get you a little bit closer and have you join in on our celebration for Kalia's 13th birthday. If you have any questions during this broadcast, please throw them out there and Kat will ask a number of our behaviorists. So let's get a little bit closer.
Everybody say hello to our Facebook fans!
So Missy actually made a 13 for Kalia.
Yes.
And there's kelp not only on the top of the gelatin, but also mixed in as well.
Very cool. It's kind of like the heart that you were holding, right, Christy?
That's right.
To play with it?
Yes.
Do you want it? Let's
And then what do Katie, Candace, and Mike have? What are they
They have
holding?
different shaped gelatin as well. We've noticed that the whales like to maneuver the gelatin around. So you can see on the outside, it's just a visual stimulation for them. But you can also see, let me take this cat so we can get closer. Because this is a really important behavior that killer whales exhibit in the wild, and it's called food sharing. So we see them share their food with one another, but we also see them share enrichment as well. So there is the beautiful birthday girl. Now, many of our fans who adore Kalia, she's easily recognized by these beautiful black marks on her eye patch. So get a little bit closer so you can see those. So for those of you that do not know Kalia, that's one way that you can tell on her left white oval eye patch. She has these 3 distinctive black circles. And of course, there's her 3.
Our little one has 1, look.
I do what my mommy does. Mimic. So one of our Facebook fans, Donna, is asking, is this healthy for them? Yes, Donna, everything that we give the whales is healthy for them. They are our #1 priority here at SeaWorld San Diego. So gelatin is sugar-free. It's a way that we can give them water, although they don't need the gelatin for water. They get all the water that they need from their fish that they eat. So absolutely, it is healthy for them. And it's just another way that we can reward them, and of course, other enrichment that we can give them. So joining us are a few of our behaviorists, and of course, we all have a relationship with Kalia. And back in 2004, many of us were actually working in different areas, but we assisted the killer whale trainers in doing night watches. So when a baby killer whale is born, we are here 24 hours a day monitoring the health of the mother and the calf. We take a number of different data points, looking at not only food intake from the mom, but also looking at defecation and urination, and then also looking for signs of the mother passing the placenta as well. So we're also looking for the baby to nurse and how often, and all this information has been gathered for decades, and this is why we know so much about killer whales and proper growth rates on the Orcinus orca. So many of us were here and collecting that data that we can share with other facilities that have killer whales. But of course now we're all fortunate to be actually interacting with Kalia every day, and many of us have favorites. And Kalia is the favorite to many, but I have to say that Missy takes the award for probably the #1 Kalia fan.
I am. I'm guilty. I am definitely a Kalia hugger. I have to say, one of my most favorite things about Kalia is that she is super playful. She just seems to really enjoy our attention no matter what we're doing. As soon as we come in to start our day, she's the first one poking out of the water, looking for us, trying to get our attention with her little flippers and all her really cute vocalizations. And it's been quite an honor to see her learn. The first time I met Kalia, she was about 3.5, almost 4 years old, so a little bit older than little Amaya here. And I just had a chance to see her learn so many new behaviors and become a grown killer whale, but to see her become a mom. And I just love it. And her little mini-me growing up right next to her has taken over her personality quite well. This area would be really quiet without these two around.
All right, so interesting. I see a lot of people talking about Kalia, and some people are posting that she is the matriarch. Well, I want to let you all know that a matriarchal position doesn't just happen. So we are seeing signs and we're observing behavior that she could be the impending matriarch, but we have not established 100% yet that she is the matriarch. So in a little while, we'll actually open up one of the pools and bring in several other whales, and hopefully we'll have time for you all to observe, and I'll do my best to point out any matriarchal behavior that I see. But we also are seeing matriarchal behaviors from Corky, we're seeing it from Shuka, but from what we know of killer whales in the wild, and of course here at SeaWorld and other facilities, that yes, as the matriarch's daughter, she should become the matriarch here at SeaWorld San Diego. So we will of course keep you updated when we've made that determination. And again, this just doesn't happen overnight. So she's communicating a lot and definitely showing us that she probably will be the matriarch at some point. So you can see the gelatin.
Oh,
there you go. So another interesting fact that I just learned from Candace, another one of our behaviorists, is she said she wasn't here in 2004. Why was that, Candace?
Oh, I was off having a baby. So I missed Kalia's birth, but I have the opportunity to work with her every day, building my relationship with her, and I love spending time with her and hanging out with her and just seeing her personality with the other whales as well as with her daughter Amaya. She surprises me each and every day.
So who's easier, your son or Kalia?
My son for sure.
Okay, Christy, I have a question for you.
Yes.
Actually for the whole team. And fans, thank you again for joining us on this Facebook Live. We're live at SeaWorld San Diego. Team, can we wave hello to all our fans watching right now? Yeah! Okay, so question is, for all of you, you've mentioned that Kalia loves hanging out with all of you and greeting you. What is it like when you first walk in to here at Orca Encounter? How does she greet you?
I think Missy mentioned it earlier. So we have a general path that we come in the morning. And so when Kalia is in what we call B pool, the minute that you walk through that gate, she knows that that's what time her people get here. And right away she's making eye contact, she'll vocalize, she'll swim along the pool the way that we are coming in. So what a fantastic way to start your morning. And of course, if she's not in that pool, no matter what pool she's in, as soon as we maneuver over, because once we get here at SeaWorld, our first task is to observe all the animals. And of course, she sees us right away, and it really is just a great start to your work day.
Awesome. What's Mike doing? Oh, whoa, that's a huge block of ice. What's that? What's going on, Christy?
Mike, what'd you give her?
Well, we just had a big 25-gallon barrel of, or not 25 gallons, it's almost I can't remember how many gallons that is, but it is a big trash can of ice cube that we made the night before. We just broke it in half so I could get it over the edge a little bit easier, and as you can see, Kalia's going to start playing with it and pushing it around. And I'm going to go ahead and get this other half in so that Amaya can play with the other half.
Kalia's like, no, I want that part.
There you go, you each get one.
Can we ask our fans to send those heart emojis, Christy?
Oh my goodness.
Yes, please. If you love Kalia, if she's one of your favorites, please send us those heart emojis. All right, Katie, we know Kalia's brother Makani is your favorite, but you also really seem to enjoy Kalia. Why is that?
Kalia has a huge part of my heart because she teaches me something new every day. She is a unique personality. She's very animated. She enjoys her trainers. She's a quick learner. But being the daughter of the matriarch, she has her own unique characteristics that make learning from her just such a wonderful opportunity. And she's like no other animal. They all have their own personalities, but she is a constant challenge and teaching me new things, and she has taught me so much about killer whales and becoming a better trainer, and for that I will forever be grateful for working with this amazing girl right here.
Yeah, you. Yeah, you.
You know, we had a researcher once that asked how long the trainers thought an animal would stay under stimulus control. Now, this is the term that's used through operant conditioning. And while we are interacting with the animals, they're said to be under stimulus control, and that's because we're engaging, they're cooperating with us through behavior. And our sessions vary. It could be anywhere from a couple minutes to about 20, 25 minutes. So it really ranges. So the researchers had asked, well, how long do you think, if the animals were offered stimulus control, how long would they continue to interact with us? And many people said, you know, probably an hour. So if you can guess, we offered her interactions for 8 hours. Go ahead and send your answers out. How long do you think Kalia wanted attention for? Looks like she is over trying to share some of her ice now with the other whales. And I think we'll get set up. I'm looking for those answers. Given 8 hours, how long did Kalia stay with her trainers and want attention? So as we're waiting for those numbers, 12 hours. Out of 8 hours, how long do you think she wanted attention? And we'll get set up so we can go and open up another pool so that the other animals can come in and enjoy this enrichment with them. All right, so everyone that's answering 8 hours, you are absolutely correct. So she continued to interact with us for that entire time. And of course, that was a very, very fun day. So again, if you love Kalia and what we do here at SeaWorld San Diego, throw those heart emojis out. We really appreciate it. Looks like birthday girl's coming back and playing with her ice. So the other trainers went to go get the other whales. We're going to be bringing Ulysses in, which is Amaya's dad, along with Kalia's brothers, Nakai and Makani, and then Orchid also will be coming in as well. Can Kalia, let's see, Anya wants to know, can Kalia try and get the trainer's attention for 24 hours? What do you think, Missy?
Yep, for sure. No problem at all there. Where's your baby? She's playing. She's playing. We're going to have your friends come join you. What do you think of that?
I don't know if you can see Amaya. Nope, we're at a bad angle here. Yes, Monica, it does make sense. She does get a lot of stimulation interacting with her trainers. And of course, she has that vivacious personality that we all love. Here comes Amaya.
Get that fish. All right, all your friends are here.
So now what I'd like to do is you can continue sending questions if you like. And I want to see, so here's a behavior I wanted you to notice. The other whales just entered the pool, and you can see Kalia is maneuvering over towards them, almost in a sense of, okay, everyone, gather here. It's kind of like a parental figure, but you'll see all the whales, and watch the other whales' behavior. So this is one observation that we're making, that she could be the matriarch one day, is that the other whales will swim towards her, and oftentimes will engage in similar behavior as Kalia. So she's still over here and playing with some, let's see what she's playing with. Oh, she's still with the ice cube. And you can see the other whales come in, they greet her, they'll vocalize, they'll make a certain body posturing towards her, and it looks like instead of being the matriarch right now, she just wants to continue interacting with this big chunk of ice. Anya, great question. Can raking be considered a form of dominance? So if you didn't know, raking is something that cetaceans do, both killer whales and dolphins. They use their teeth. It's very similar to, small kids or people, we use our hands a lot to communicate. Well, they use their teeth to rake. So you'll see these lines across both dolphins and whales' bodies. You'll see it in animals in the wild as well. And they will rake for a number of different reasons. One is they could be playing. But yes, Anya, they can use raking as a form of dominance. Glad you're joining us on this beautiful day. It is the first day of winter, but I believe it's about 72 degrees here at SeaWorld San Diego. It's an absolutely gorgeous day. And what could be better than spending your afternoon with the birthday girl? If you just joined us, we're live at SeaWorld San Diego, and we're celebrating Kalia's 13th birthday. So here's Ulysses. And again, I want to thank all of our fans and supporters, and for those of you who do your research and you understand the importance of animals, not just killer whales, but all animals in zoos. It's how we learn about the animals. We continue to learn about killer whales. In fact, Kalia and Amaya, you may have mentioned or have heard in a previous broadcast that they are the only mother and calf killer whales to take part in the milk toxin study. So we're working with researchers from NOAA, and we're able to determine the amount of toxins that a mother passes on to her calf, and then how much toxins are transferred through the milk. So incredible, groundbreaking research that Kalia and Amaya took part in. And we are actually continuing a different component of this research where we are looking at measurements. And of course, you can't go out in the wild and get measurements from killer whales, but because of our close relationships with them, we can get close to them, and we're taking a number of different measurements so that scientists out in the wild can assess the size, not only the size of the killer whales, but also the animals that are having trouble finding food sources and are starving. They're able to take these measurements and compare them with animals that unfortunately have passed in the wild, but also they can utilize these normal measurement rates on using taking pictures above the killer whales to assess perhaps what part in the nutritional challenge that they're having with wild populations. So again, this is this behavior I was telling you about. It's like food sharing, although she's sharing enrichment. Same thing. So she's sharing it with Amaya. And interesting enough, you haven't seen the other whales. They're swimming around in the other pool, on the other side of the pool. And this could be because of her dominant position. She may have communicated to them that, only my calf and I are going to stay here and interact with this enrichment. Or perhaps they don't. The other whales aren't interested in the ice. It's really for them to choose. Thank you, Elisa, for joining us, and thank you for all you do here. Elisa is one of the people who prepare the diets for killer whales, and there's just a number of people here at SeaWorld, not just the behaviorists, a number of different people who help to take care of these incredible animals every single day. Stephanie, great question. Is Kalia the leader of the pod? I was mentioning earlier that the process of becoming a matriarch sometimes takes time. We are definitely observing different behaviors from her that would suggest that she will become the matriarch. But for right now, it's difficult to say that, in fact, she is the matriarch. I was hoping by opening up to the other whales, you could see some of those behaviors. But look, she can choose to do whatever she wants. And right now, she's really enjoying her ice treat. All right, my Facebook friends, thank you so much for joining us, and for other people who joined us, I hope you learned something about these animals. They are absolutely incredible. They teach us so much every day and will continue to teach us about how we can protect these beautiful animals out in the wild. Thank you again. Happy first day of winter, and happy birthday to this beautiful, beautiful whale. Have a great day, everybody.